I'm just having one of those days where I feel like I am not capable of interacting with other people. And I don't know why that is, but, well, it's pretty much every day in my life, but it varies from day to day how much so it is my life. And what I mean is, I might walk by outside and see two or three people talking together, laughing with each other as they walk together, and then my reaction is to look straight, stand up straight, and pick up my speed a little bit. Basically, I don't want to be conspicuous. I don't want to be obvious that I'm like trying to avoid them, but I also don't want the chance of them seeing me and then maybe talking to me or seeing something funny about me. Because the idea of talking to them is just so weird to me. Like, it's anxiety driving almost, if that's the right way to put it, but it's just such a weird sensation for me, and I don't know why that is. It's just the reaction that I have. But the way that, how much so I am that way on any particular day really varies. And today I just feel like it's very much so. Like I'm just so internal today that I can't interact with the outside world. And I don't know why that is. It's just my mindset for now. Like I was walking outside, and the funny thing is, it's actually drizzling just a little bit of rain, and that's weird for where I live because it's like right next to one of the Great Lakes, so we get the lake effect. So oftentimes, if there is going to be any precipitation, it's a lot. Whether that's a lot of rain or a lot of snow, it's a lot of something. And when there's not, it's just clear. It's very rare that we just get a little tiny bit, but we do today. And I was just walking outside, and it's the perfect cool weather, and I get the little drizzle on me, and I almost felt like an anime character, and then like I'm perfectly, I'm like the perfect outcast, if that makes any sense. Like I'm not capable of relating to people, but not because I'm so weird, it's just because there's something driving me away from them. Like I'm deep in thought about something else or something. I don't know, but the truth is, that's really not what it is. I'm not just some great intellectual, or I'm focusing on something else in my life. I don't know what it is. And I keep saying I don't know. That's because I'm trying to express what I'm feeling, but I have no idea what words to put into it. So it's not going to sound good, but I have to say it, so I'm going to keep going. And I don't know. It's just such a weird feeling. Like, I felt like the reason why I'm not interacting with them has to have some purpose, and I feel like it would be right for me to not have a purpose in that situation, but there really is none. I mean, I tend to not think that I'm too intelligent, honestly. I mean, I just think that people tend to overestimate their level of intelligence. Like, there was this thread on 4chan the other day, and it was basically like there's a blank, I can't talk, a blank, I forget what you call it, but just a generic thing. And there were several things you could fill out about yourself in the picture, like how you look on your best and your worst, what you think you'll look like in the future, your favorite movies, video games, your hobbies. And one thing was to give yourself a statistical rating of various things about yourself, like attractiveness, how sexually active you are, how wealthy you are, things like this. And one of them is intelligence. And I noticed that almost everyone who posted there gave themselves relatively low scores, except for intelligence, where they gave themselves a relatively high score. And it makes me wonder why that is. Why would they do that? I just think that that's the mentality. Maybe everybody on 4chan is just like me, and they're all anxiety ridden, and they're afraid to talk to other people, so they're driven inside, and that leads them to believe that they're such an intellectual. But I know that I'm not an intellectual. I'm really not that smart. I'm just someone who thinks about things more than other people, so I believe I come to different conclusions because of that. But it's not because I'm smarter than them, it's just because I spend more time doing that when other people spend their time being social or doing things in their life, things that are actually worth it, like things that mean something to them, that'll make them happier, develop more social skills, develop a wider base of friends, something that'll matter like a week from then or a month from then, instead of just something that's an attempt to get through the day and hiding from other people. I don't know. I just feel like it's anxiety driving me. So, I've just been thinking about this because it's Friday, so it's going to be Friday night, which means one of two things for me. Either A, I'm going to contact a few people, like via text or Facebook, see if they are doing anything, and then depending on what it is, I might do it, or maybe I'll bail on them, or maybe I'll just not respond, or something that seems douchey, but I just don't know what to do. Or maybe I'll do something and just feel out of place, and wish I hadn't gone, and that'll dampen my mood and ability to enjoy it. Or the second possibility is I'll just stay in my room and do nothing. sit on the computer until like 2 a.m. And that's the more likely option. That's probably what's going to happen, but that's just, I don't know. It's like I wish that it was different for me, but I also don't know if it's necessarily possible for it to be something beyond that. For me to do stuff and actually enjoy it, or to not do it and feel like it's normal for me to not do it and not feel terrible and self-degrading about not doing it and being around other people. I'm rambling at this point, I really am, but it's like I said, I have feelings and I just don't know how to express them in words properly. And like I said, I don't think I'm that intelligent. Like, I'm sure there are a lot of people who could put it more eloquently than I could. But I don't know, I just try and relate my thoughts. So this was probably a waste, but I've tried to record this like 3 or 4 times, and I don't think I'm going to get any better at this, so I think I'm going to leave it here. So, yeah, that's what's going on with me.